Okay students, so today let us have a discussion on the problem, that is a FIFO method. Usually this type of questions will be asked for 6 marks. So today I am solving this and have a look on to the question, and this given just I have written on the board. So where when I am explaining the problem, I will be telling you the transactions and simultaneously I will do the problem. Now, this is a format where you are supposed to draw for doing the FIFO method. First one will be the date, second will be the particular column, receipt column, issue column and balance column. So, in the receipt column, there will be 4 sub-column, that is GRN number, units, rate per unit, amount column. So, this GRN means goods requisition note, okay. Then issue column, in that you will be having 4 sub column: MRN number, units, rate per unit, amount column. MRN means material requisition note. And the last one is balance. In this balance you have 3 sub column, that is units, rate per unit, amount. So now here I have recorded all the transactions which has been happened in the January, February and March month. Okay, so in the January they are telling that on Jan 2nd there was a purchase. So here I want to tell you that whatever in the question they have given purchase, that I have used the short form as P. If it is a issue, I have used the short form of IS. Okay. So in Jan 2nd there was a purchase of material worth rupees 4,000 units at rupees 4. So this how I will record it in the statement. Jan 2nd in the date column, in the particular column purchase, GRN number, since they have not given in a question, I am showing it nil. And in the units column, I told that 4,000 units of materials has purchased, so I have recorded 4,000. Rate per unit is 4. So 4,000 into 4, it is 16,000. So here in the issue column, we don't have any transaction on this date what the issues has been done, so I am showing it nil. And same as it is what I have recorded here, units 4,000, rate per unit is 4 and amount is 16,000, I have recorded it same. Okay, and now let us go to the next transaction. Jan 25th there is a purchase of 500 units of material at rupees 5. So this I have to record it in the statement. So one thing we are supposed to remember here, whatever the transactions you see related to purchase, that you are supposed to record it in the receipt, and whatever the transactions you see related to issue, that you have to record it in the issue. And by balancing this, whatever the balance you will be getting, that you are supposed to record it in the balance, that you are supposed to remember. Now let us move to the second transaction. Jan 25th there is a purchase of 500 units at rupees 5. So date I have recorded Jan 25th. In the particular column I have recorded purchase. Now since it is a purchase, I am recording the details in the receipt column, that is 500 what they have purchased and at rupees 5. So when I multiply this, I will get 2,500 rupees. So the same thing, now I will show nil here because I have not done any issue. Now I have to carry forward this 4,000 first as it is, and now I will record this 500, 2,500. So why I am showing here like this? Because it will be giving a clarity to me. This is the first material and the second one is this one. Okay. Next, in February, there is a February 5th, there is a issue of 2,000 units of material. So what I am supposed to do, in the date, I have to record February 5th, and in the particular column, it is a issue. Since it is a transaction related to issue of material, here it will be nil. Okay. And in the issue column, I am supposed to record 2,000. Now, 2,000 they are asking us to give the material. Now, in the first balance, I have 4,000. What I am supposed to do? I want only 2,000, not 4,000. So I will record only 2000. I will take out of this 4000, I will take only 2000. So the price will remain same. 4 2s are 8. 8000. So I have given what they are asking 2000. I am giving directly 2000 because I have enough material in the first what I have purchased. So in this 4000 I have given 2000. So the leftover is 2000, 4, 8000, and here this 500 I have not touched, so I will carry forward the same thing. Okay, now next transaction is February 10th. There is a purchase of 6000 units of material at ₹6. So here I will record February 10th. There is a purchase of material. So I have to record it in the receipt column. 6006. When I multiply this 6000 into 6, it is 36,000. Now issue column will be nil. Now I have to record the balance first, and then I am supposed to record the 6000. So 2000, 4, 8000 as it is, 500, 5, 2500 as it is. Now this 6000, 6, 36,000. Now let us see the next transaction. February 12th, there is an issue of 4000 units. They are asking us to give 4000 units of material. So Feb 12th, I will record issue. Now since it is in a issue column, here in the purchase column it will be nil. Now here they are asking us 4000, but in the first available material with us is 2000. I can't able to give that 4000 material in one slot. What I am supposed to do, whatever I have first, that I have to give it first, and then I have to count what is the leftover. So the first material is 2000 worth rupees, 4 rupees, and if I multiply that I will get 8000. So this 2000 units of material I have to give first. So they are asking for 4000. I will record it in the bracket here. 4000. First I will give 2000, which is at ₹4. So 8000. Next 500 is the next material. So 500, 2500. So in this 2500 I have given the material, but I require 4000. I have the last material 6000. In the 6000 I have to give 1500 so that it will become 4000. So now in the 6000 I will give only 1500 because already 2500 I have given out of 4000. So in order to match this 4000 I required only 1500. So 1500 I am giving. So 1500 into 6, if you multiply you will be getting 9000 is a value. Okay, so now this material I have completely given, and this 500 I have given. So the leftover is 6000. In this also I have given 1500. So what is the leftover? The leftover is 4500. So 4500 multiplied by 6, I will be getting 27,000. 27,000. Okay. Now let us go to the March month. There is a transaction in the March 2nd, issue of 1000 units of material. So now what I am supposed to do, I will record March 2nd issue. What they have asked, 1000. Now 1000, I have 4500. So in this I will give 1000 directly because there is enough material with me. They are asking just 1000. I am giving 1000 into 6, it is 6000. So here the leftover will be 3500. 3500 into 6, it is 21,000. Next, March 5th. Again they are asking us to issue 2000. So I will record in the particular column issue, that is 2000. Now I have 3500 and they are asking for 2000. So I have enough material in the beginning. I can give directly 2000. 2000 at the rate per unit is 6. So it is 12,000. So now what will be the balance? 1500 into 6. 9,000. Okay. Let's look into the next transaction, that is March 15th. There is a purchase of 4,500 units of material at the rate per unit is 5.5. So let me record here March 15th purchase. So since it is a purchase, I am supposed to record the values in the receipt column. How much it is? 4,500 and rate per unit is 5.5. So the value will be 27,450. So 27,450 24,750 is the value. Now I have to record same thing here in the balance. First I will record this 1,500 into 6, 9,000 as it is, and now the new purchase what we have done, that I will record 4,500, 5.5, that is 24,750. Okay. Now there is a last transaction, March 20th. There is a issue of 3,000 units of material. So I will record it here, issue 3,000. Since it is a receipt, I will show it nil, and in the issue column I have to show 3,000. But you look into the balance, the first material which is in the store is 1,500, but they are asking for 3,000. Now what I will do, what is the first, how much I have? First I will give that much material. So 1,500 into 6, it is 9,000 I have given. So out of 3,000, if I have given 1,500, the remaining is 1,500. So this 1,500 I will give from this material. 4,500 out of this I will give this material. 1,500 into 5.5, I will be getting a value as 8,250. Okay. So now what I am supposed to do, I have to record the balance. Since this completely I have given, the leftover here 4,500 minus 1,500, it will be 3,000. 3,000 multiplied by 5.5, the value will be 16,500. So this is a balance which is left over in an organization. So after completing this problem, what I am supposed to do? After completing the problem, you are supposed to record at the end stock at the end 3,000 units at rupees 5.5 is equal to 16,500. So this is your final value. So always remember students, whatever you will be having the first material, that first material you are supposed to issue whenever they are asking for the requirement. Okay, this is how where we have to solve the FIFO problems. Thank you.